Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the show. We got some new cameras. We got some new angles. This is actually how it looks when you meet me in person. What up, bro? Or what up, miss? I'm not hitting the miss. You know, this is me dapping you up. I'm back. I haven't uploaded in a few weeks. As a lot of you know, I went on tour for about 5-6 months. You know, I got to name drop that now every time I post a video on this channel, you know. Excuse me. Sorry, I just need to pick up all my dates that I dropped. Yeah, 63 of them. So, yeah, look at all those dates right there, brother. But yeah, I'm back. And I was a little bit uninspired, so I took a little time off to think, man, what do I want to work on right now? And then it hit me. I've been sitting on something real special for a while now. It was actually something near and dear to my heart. It's a special project, which is kind of, leading to the point of this video today, but I need to give you this context so you understand how I arrived to the place that I'm in. Some years ago, during the viral period, you remember that? The virus times, the virus days. I had this idea to turn a talk show into a car. And we did that. It was okay. It was pretty good. It looked good, but it wasn't very fast because we made it out of a John Deere. It got the job done, but after we shot it, I kind of tabled the project for a while because I really wanted to make a version of it where it was really fast. And shout out to James Pumphrey at Donut because he hit me up and said, yo, man, I love this idea. And I said, me too, but I want to make the really crazy version of it. And he said, let's do it. So Donut actually co-funded the second version of the desk. That took about a year to make. And I also want to give a big thank you to the engineer of the car, Gary Castillo. Now this is a lot of hype because you're probably watching this thinking now, well, you're going to show us the desk, right? Maybe. But before I do that, I have to thank today's sponsor, Incogni. The number and scope of data breaches is constantly rising, which means your personal information can find its way to the hands of criminals. Things like your home address, your phone number, email, even sometimes your social security number. In a nutshell, personal information is bought and sold online these days. And that is something Incogni wants to try to protect you from. Incogni will reach out to data brokers on your behalf and request that your personal information be removed, and they deal with any obstacles or issues in that process. There are some bad actors out there taking advantage of personal information. For example, people have had huge loans taken out in their name without their knowledge, or even health insurance companies tracking someone's personal information to kind of get updates on their life and even using that as a way to raise their rates. Incogni is very easy to use, and they're offering you a 60% discount when you sign up with my code Noel Miller by clicking the link in the description. Again, click the link in my description and use my code Noel Miller for a 60% discount on an Incogni subscription. Now let's get back into this video. So here I am, back from tour with this custom race car that I'm so stoked about. But I'm just a regular city boy, I have no way of getting this desk car, or whatever you want to call it, to a racetrack to even test it. So what do? Well, I took all my experience from the road, all the countless hours I've spent in the Midwest, in Iowa, Missouri. I really dig deep. And I run out and buy me a BBT, big black truck. And my wife loves it. Genuinely, she loves it. She loves taking a ride on the BBT, hands down. In it, on it, lying down in it, on her back, you name it. She'll take any ride in the BBT. You heard that right. I ran out and bought me a big old truck. So now I ain't no city boy. Matter of fact, I've put in 2 heavy loads now. Thought I was watching porn with how many loads I've been pulling in this thing. I'm ready to switch careers. I'm about to quit this whole yapping and snapping thing and get behind that big wheel, just like I dreamed of, I think that's what I was born to do, get behind that big wheel and just, I gotta chill out. You're liking it, You're thinking about it. You're like, man, Noel, do logistics, man. So I buy this truck and I start doing research because I've never towed anything before. I'm so scared. In my mind, I made towing out to be this big scary thing, and it's not. It's really a straightforward process. But I came to find out that memes about truck, brands and truck ownership, it's alive and well, man. And when I say it's alive and well, what I'm referring to is the sort of like your sexuality being able to be rated based on what truck you drive. And I found out something crazy. If you drive a truck, any brand at all, you're gay. Almost every brand, I was looking up how to connect a truck hitch to a trailer, and there was a cute little YouTube short, and it said how different truck owners hitch their trucks. And the top comment was, the Chevy owners can't find the hitch because they're too busy sitting on it. Ooh. Which honestly isn't even really a diss, because when you look at most truck hitches, like the ball hitch, I think the biggest one is like 2.5 inches. Come on, man. That's nothing. That is lightweight. I think being able to sit on a truck hitch, that's the bare minimum to be in the top 95 percentile of OnlyFans performers. You got to be able to at least sit on a truck hitch, A homosexual would say, you're just getting started with that one. You ain't even heard the big dogs. This must be your first time. Owning a truck has opened my eyes up to a whole new world. A world that can be really petty sometimes, others very judgmental. I had to learn new terms like mall crawler, which is exactly what it sounds like. A Zoomies manager trying to pick up teenagers. So here we are at the next arc in my personality. Truck guy. So with all that said, I thought it'd be fun to take a look at some of the fun little memes that you come across when you own a truck. Something I can relate to now because I own one. Now, just to underscore the different types of truck owners, just for all you non-truck owners, I'm going to give you this little one right here. Just take a look. Now, you notice how the Chevy guy did it. You notice how he did it. Yep, did it like a little girl. Yep. Now, pay attention right here. Pay attention. Look. You see how the Chevy guy did it? How he just dropped it down on there so smooth? He had the Megan knees. Keep your eye on a Chevy owner, man. Might be in for a good time. Look how the Ram guy does it. Yep, grabbing it by the base. Ford guy. Yep, kicking it. Because it don't run right. Because you got to kick it to get it going, right? Now, see the Toyota one, they're misrepresenting that one, okay? Toyota, we're just athletic. We're limber. That's why we can pick it up in a cartwheel. It's the perk of a Toyota guy, Toyota truck owner. We do gymnastics. Yes, we do. Oh, yeah. That's my ringtone. It's my wake-up ringtone. That right there. Can't get out the there because it's a Chevy. Got him. Come see me on tour. Just kidding. I don't have any new shows yet. Now here's one. Perhaps this should be the first one in the queue. You might be a redneck if.
You might be a redneck when you're sitting in the back of a pickup truck filled with water, drinking a beer, eating a gator bite on the 4th of July. 4th of July.
Holy, Goofy and Ethel. Goofy got tired of it. Goofy got tired of liberal old Disney. He went and retired with Ethel. You might be a redneck. Might. There's a B in that might. You might be a redneck. That's just like a giant chicken nugget hacked up into pieces. If that's what gator is, I'll have a bite, But I relate to this. I definitely relate to this. 100%.
Anybody with a pickup truck is an asshole. Change my mind.
Okay.
As a pickup truck driver, I can say there's a lot of them that are assholes, but I don't claim them. My exhaust is not extremely loud. My bright headlights are adjusted properly. And if I'm behind a small car in a drive-thru at a stoplight, the headlight goes off. And yes, I do drive fast, but I don't go around cutting people off. Usually I'm the one getting cut off by a car and then brake checked immediately.
And that's a big problem, when you're pulling a big weight, people get impatient when you're pulling a big load around. you know, and they want to cut you off, they get really upset that you're driving slow, but they just can't understand that despite the red, aggressive nature of your big old truck, hey, someone's got to pull this landscaping equipment to the next job, you know? Someone's got to pull all this lumber to the next job, and no one else will do it. So it's got to be me.
Men driving pickup trucks are a curse. They are a blight on society. I don't know where they're headed. Like, where are they speeding off to? Like, I guess if I was concerned that my wife was cheating with a woman, maybe I'd want to get home quick too.
Nah, man. We're just trying to get back to the stable, you know? After a long day of pulling all them loads with the boys, you get a little tired. You get a little itchy. Itchy for your own domain, you know? You want to be laid up on your own couch. And then you come home to find out that your wife is laid up there with another man. It ain't even the cheating part. It's just that he's on your couch. He ain't working like you. He ain't logging those hours. He ain't on the CV radio, you know, calling shit out. Yeah, I got about a 20K load coming in hot. You know, he's not doing stuff like that. What's he doing over there? Fingering my wife? Come on, man. We did that in high school. What do I sound like? I know. I sound like a Chevy owner, don't I? I sound like a Chevy owner, right? Chevy owners, man, they're the my wife type, you know? Wait, who am I? Hey, man, my wife. Duramax driver. Am I right?
Did you know that there are 3.8 billion women on planet Earth?
And that 32% of those women say that the most attractive vehicle a man can drive is a pickup truck.
So that's 1.2 billion women who prefer a man with a pickup truck.
And I'm living proof that this is true. I was driving this 2002 Ford F-150 with 330,000 miles on it when I pulled Saco.
So with that being said, if you're tired of being alone...
Key word there. Pulled. That's the thing about owning a truck. You stop thinking in terms of picking up, meeting. Everything is just a pull. It's just another haul. When I had this F-150, 300,000 miles on it, I pulled her. That's all it was. Just another pull.
And you can't get any girls, do yourself a favor and get a pickup truck.
Now that stat right there, 32% of women like a man who drives a pickup truck. You might be a woman watching this video thinking, ugh, no I don't. But hold on. Let me say this. I would say that this stat is probably correct. And I would actually equate liking a pickup truck to cocaine or kissing a girl in the bathroom or something. It's like you didn't think you would like it until you tried it, and then now for some reason when you have a few, you kind of feel like, I think I want to drive a pickup truck tonight. It's kind of like that feeling, I would say. Fellas, it's not that hard. Have you been bombing on Tinder, you know? Having a bad time out there? You're taking advice from all these other dudes, you know, oh, wear a suit, be more confident. No. Buy a truck. That's it. Buy a truck. 32% of women. That's 1.2 billion, man. Take it from the Zoomies manager. Every time he crawls through the mall.
To all suburban men driving pickup trucks. Pickup trucks are meant for hauling cargo.
You're damn right. Read it and weep. Meant for hauling cargo.
If all you're carrying around is the weight of your own sexual inadequacy, you're going to fishtail.
Ooh! Bitch, you don't even know what fishtail is because you never smelled tuna before. That's code for vagina. I think.
Go buy some paving stones or something and throw them in the back because you're a danger to the rest of us.
You kind of stumbled through that one, my man, but I'm going to give it to you. You're right. You're absolutely right. All you suburban boys out there, you ain't no real you ain't no cement pulling, trailer towing, you know. You don't even know what it's like to pull a 55-foot, let alone a 16-foot. You probably shit bricks pulling a 10-foot, you know. Yanking around a hot dog vendor. That's right, because you're a Chevy owner. Huh? Hit me up. I can't believe there's a brand deal on this. Or there might not be. I don't know. Leave this in. Uh-oh, we got a little Toyota slander here, folks. Brace yourselves. Toyota slander. Albert bought a 10-speed Toyota. translate what's going on here, everybody. You know, for all you non-truck owners out there, let me tell you what this is like. The settings on your male vibrator just aren't hitting right. You know, you bought it. You bought it from the store and you had it in your hand, and the lady looked at you and said, "So that one right there, that's a 10-speed." And I said, "You're joking, right?" And she said, "No, that's 10-speed right there. You go all the way up to 10." But you know me, I'm only taking up to 3 or 4 because, you know, I'm not that adventurous. And I said, you know, I play in the mud. So you take it home and you go put it up here, and then you're like, "Man, what the and you get the first little tip in there, and you're like messing with the settings, and you're like, "Man, I got it in, but it ain't firing up. What the hell?" It might be like you got it in, and then you're like on speed 3, and you're like, "I want to take it up a notch." You go, and then it just doesn't. The speed 4 doesn't work, so you got to go all the way up to 5 and 6. You're going mudding at home by yourself with your ankles by your head. Now I look at these little truck memes, and here's one of the, you know, here's a great little post from Reddit that kind of, it sort of encapsulates what I was talking about earlier, where, you know, liking a truck is, in a way, akin to exploring your sexuality. Read this. "I don't know why, but I want a pickup truck. I have no use for a pickup truck. Anybody else? A few years ago, in driving my car off for service at night, my girlfriend picked me up in her early 2000s Dakota. I offered to drive, and she said yes. Very clean, good-shaped truck with the 4.7 V8. I loved the higher-up seating position. I loved the effortless way the engine responded to the input when it was empty and roared ahead. I loved the visibility of being able to see the tailgate and ironically finding it easier to park than a sedan. I loved randomly using it to haul stuff when I needed. I love how rugged it felt. So I wanted one. But I have no use for one whatsoever. I very seldom would use the bed. I don't off-road except for a couple small trips that a CUV could do. I don't own a house. I live in a condo, and most stuff can be carried in my car's trunk. Except I just enjoy the way a compact or a mid-sized pickup truck drives. A few years ago, I was cross-shopping a Colorado Z71 and a Tacoma TRD off-road. Now the Ranger is out too. Though it doesn't tickle my fancy as much, it's still a nice-looking truck. Something about the potential capability. This guy lives in Los Angeles, by the way, and he's talking like this. But also the effortless way they drive, being higher up and having a better feeling of the 4 corners of the vehicle. You know what it is, man? You know what a truck is, I think, for young men? It's the same feeling a young woman gets when she meets a man that's 6'4", you know, and she's 5'3". Just something that can hoist her up, get her a better, clear view of the world, you know, carry her through the mud and the shit, be the muscle to haul something heavy when life gets tough, or you just ran up his cart at the grocery store, you know, either way. Maybe when you buy a truck, you are just a little gay in that moment, aren't you? Well, folks, I think that's going to do it for this video. I've been filming for way too long anyway. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one, hopefully very soon. Goodbye.